Hi everyone, today I'm going to be sharing 3 ways on how you can use Altenew's Swirl Motif 3D Embossing Folder. Stay tuned! Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Tania, and today I'm going to be sharing 3 projects using Altenew's Swirl Motif 3D Folding Embossing 3D embossing folder. So I received a package. I bought a package of vintage ephemera, which included these music sheets, and I knew I wanted to use them as soon as I could. So I thought might as well use them for this project. So I'm sticking down my torn sheets of music paper with some matte gel medium. So the trick is to put down a thin layer of matte gel medium and underneath your ephemera, and then put another thin layer over the top, and then smooth out any bubbles as needed. And then make sure that you dry it thoroughly. And after it was dry, I applied a thin layer of gesso over the top. So I've put gesso on top because once gel medium goes dry, it becomes water resistant. So any ink mediums, any water-based mediums that you're going to apply on top are going to resist. So the gesso becomes like a barrier between the resistant gel medium and helps to grab any ink that you apply on top over it easily. And then what I'm doing is I have scribbled down some journaling with a pencil, some hidden journaling, and I'm using the Kind Reminders stamp set for my 3 projects as well. And I've taken one of the sentiments and I've roughly stamped out one of the sentiments with jet black mixed media ink. I'm using jet black mixed media ink because once it's dry, any wet medium that you apply on top won't budge. And I wanted a nice soft look as well with my stamping, and then on the top and the bottom, I used the Swirl Motif embossing folder to on top of where the book text and my journaling and my stamping was. And I also embossed a tag and a card panel for using later. I really loved how they turned out, actually, especially on that art journal page. It kind of looked like an old envelope that you would send out, like a postcard, like dry embossing on a postcard. And it looked a bit more vintage than I was planning for it to be, but I loved how it looked in the end. And then I stamped out the flowers and die cut them as well from the same stamp set. And then I am taking the large ink blending tool and I am very lightly buffing it over the embossed parts of my art journal page with some Grapevine Mixed Media ink. And I'm also applying some of the ink. I'm swiping it along the edges just to give it a slight border and some more shading and dimension. And wherever I have gesso on my surface, the ink will stay wet longer and it will blend out a lot smoother as well. So that's another a pro for using gesso in your mixed media work as well. I personally love gesso. It helps me to knock back some elements that I feel are too in your face. I use it as a surface preparant as well, and it has many different uses. And then I am also stamping out the sentiment using Obsidian Pigment Ink, and then I am watercoloring in the flowers. Now, there's so much going on these days in the world that I usually find that I need to do something to make my brain just slow down, because there's just so many thoughts racing through my head at the moment, and doing something really mindful, like watercoloring, really helps to slow my thoughts down. It forces me to slow down my process, not hurry things along, and just really take my time. And this wasn't by any means uh like perfect watercoloring. It was really rough watercoloring, but I found in the end that it was exactly what I needed, to just really slow down and just pay attention to the feel of the brush against the paper, blending in some shadows and adding in some highlights as well. And then once all the three flowers were watercolored in, I went in and added some greens to the leaves as well. And I used some of the purple to blend out the leaves, just to keep the colors the same, so that I didn't have too many colors going on in my projects. Now, once all the watercoloring was done, I set the flowers aside to dry, and I used Altenew's bone folder to really burnish the edge of my A2 card blank. I really love top folding card blanks, which means I usually end up cutting my own card blanks. And I'm sticking down that panel, and I am adding in some splatters with some jet black spray ink to the card panel, as well as the art journal page, because I felt like it needed some splatters. With me, you guys usually know, when in doubt, add splatters. I think splatters make things better, but less is more with splatters. Definitely try fewer splatters first and see how it looks. And then I'm sticking down my sentiments, my elements, with my gel medium. I'm just applying a thick layer because I'm applying it on top of that 3D embossed surface. So I need for that glue to really grab onto the surface really well. And I am applying the last flower to the tag and just pressing it down, making sure that it makes really good contact with the surface on top of that embossed image. And here's a look at all three projects. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that I hope you try this with any of Altenew's embossing folders. I really love this design. Take care and have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.
Hello crafters, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching!